like what I've mentioned before. So again, good morning. Good morning, everyone. Good
Good
morning,
morning.
Sir Ed. Good
Yes,
morning.
good morning.
Yeah, thank you so much for this opportunity.
No, thank you.
Like what I mentioned po in my email and like what I've been telling my class, well, I have this pet project called 101 in 105. I teach Comma 105, which is Principles in PR and Advertising. And since I started doing this one, since I started handling this one during the pandemic, so it's all online. I've thought of a compilation of talks, informal talks, but really informative ones with industry people, because as much as I want to share everything I know, not it's not enough, especially when it comes to design. So this leg is on graphics, visual design, and so there we've invited you to share your expertise and experiences when it comes to this thing. Um, so we are recording this one because this will serve po as a learning material for future 105 students. Although we have to acknowledge that since we are living in fast-paced times, some
Yeah.
certain things can change very quickly. But I believe that um, some design elements, design principles, and even practices are timeless and so would still be useful for future students of Comma 105. So thank you so much po once again. Um, I was thinking po, we'll go first with Sir Ed's presentation and then Miss Mia, so that will give the students a sort of chronological presentation. Okay, you'll understand what I mean when we do this one. So, first, let me introduce our first resource person. He is Mr. Ed Angeles, and he started his graphics design career at Terapico Pharmaceutical Corporation in the 1980s. Okay, so he's very senior when it comes to this thing. And he moved on. After that, he moved on to Goya Incorporated, where he served in the capacity of marketing service supervisor. His team handled, they were responsible for packaging and label designs, among other things. So let's give a warm welcome to Mr. Ed Angeles.
Yes, good morning. Wow. So alam na kung sino yung senior. It's okay. It's okay. Okay, how can I share?
I made you po co-host, so you
Okay, okay.
may
Okay,
share your screen po anytime.
okay. Wait lang po.
Okay, well, Sir Ed is setting up. Let me just say that I'm so very grateful for them, because even though I haven't had the honor of working with them, I have the honor of making their acquaintance. And even in just that, they agreed to be our resource persons for this morning. So they're actually friends of friends of friends.
Yes.
For some of them, friends of friends of friends. Kaya I'm so
Medyo,
very grateful for
please
this
bear with
one.
me medyo may ano lang, may sanib lang yung laptop ko.
It's okay po. I hope the weather is okay over there with you, Miss Mia and Sir Ed. It's kind of rainy here in
Yes, it's
Dubai.
raining here in San Pedro, Laguna.
Medyo cloudy here in Makati pa, paulan na.
Sorry for the clarification email, Miss Mia, ha? Kasi when you emailed, it was past
Yeah.
12. So it's already November 25. So I was thinking, oh my
Actually,
gosh, I didn't consider the possibility that maybe she's working in a different time zone. So yun, I had to clarify.
actually, hindi ko na napansin yung time. So, nung nag-reply ako, I said tomorrow. Later na pala dapat.
Okay, here it goes. Can you see now my first slide? Actually, ano lang siya muna, blank.
Yeah,
Okay
but
na?
it's a blank slide.
Okay, okay. Okay, so here are several of my artworks or yeah, some of my kasi hindi ko na nakuha or hindi na ako nakapag-file ng mga most of my work while I was in Terapico Parma and Goya Chocolates, but more on Goya Chocolates because yung Terapico Parma, it was closed down in the 80s. So the owners migrated to the US, so hindi na ano. Anyway, yung ginagawa ko naman sa Terapico Pharma, it was of course it's a pharmaceutical company and most of their medicines, packagings, posters, etc. or any collaterals, they call it collaterals and paraphernalias. So ako yung nagdi-design. I'm the only graphic artist in that pharma company. And I was, hindi rin ako nakapag compile ng ilang artworks because medyo na yon, matagal na and obsolete. Obsolete na. So dito na lang ako mag-focus sa Goya Chocolates and how can I start the I think the cursor. Ayaw ng cursor. Saan ba yun? Paano ko ba siya paano ko siya ayaw
Do you see po an arrowhead on the lower left side
lower left?
of the when you hover over it?
There's no arrow.
Can I try to share, Sir Ed? Since I have, is it the same?
Yeah pala. Yeah.
Okay.
Ikaw na lang, please.
Sige po.
So I'll close na, stop sharing na lang
Okay, sige po.
Okay. O nga pala, you have the files nga pala.
Hold on po.
Okay.
Let me just pull it up.
Yeah. Kasi medyo mabagal din yung laptop ko.
I think what's interesting po with this one, I was telling up with the students, is that I think with you po, no, you are coming from the in-house side.
Yes.
Opo, of doing design. And then I'm not sure with Miss Mia actually, but I assumed that Miss Mia is more from the service side. Just a guess.
Yes.
Okay, anyway, so this is for Sir Ed. Hold on po.
The first slide, the next
Okay,
slide.
just let me know po when to go to the next slide.
Yes, please proceed. So aside from the packagings, I also do, this is the brochure for the salesmen. Sila yung nag-handle nito and of course sila yung nag-push ng products. And next please. So some of the yan yung inside ng brochure. Actually, it's a short band size brochure. So we carry Goya brands and Keen's brand before, and the name of the company then was Philippine Cocoa Corporation. Okay, before it naging Goya na lang. Next please. And then here are some of the products. I don't know if you can close up. Anyway, so of course it's a chocolate confectionery company. So there are most of our clients, market are kids. Diba? So yan yung iba naming, yan yung ilan sa aming mga products. Next please. And then yan, I believe you're familiar with knickknacks.
Yes.
Yes.
Batang 90s. I don't know about the rest of the group.
Yes. So yan yung aming aming carrier brand of what do you call that? Yeah, carrier brand. Ito yung pinaka-famous na label or brand ng chocolates back then. I think still now. Yeah, and we carry also mga bars, chocolate bars. Yan, yan. Kaya nagsawa ako talaga sa chocolates. Next please. Yan. And we also carry lollipops. Tapos mga premium brands, mga for export. Yan. Especially on the left side. Yan. Yan yung mga for export. And then we had cocoa powder. Yan. Our competitor then was Ricoa. Ricoa. And I think wala na yatang search that time eh. Yeah. Minsan nga napapagkamalan na Surge is Goya or Goya is Surge, but they're entirely different companies.
Okay.
So ang major competitor namin then was Ricoa. Yeah, next please. Yan. Ito naman yung Kins. Kins brand. What's that? Tip Top. That's my design. Next please. Also that one, Midget and Ticklers. Yan. So yan yung mga ilan sa mga na-design ko. Yan. Okay, next please. Huwag kayong magutom And then the Wigwam. Yeah. Twisters. Yan. Next. And also, we have also these industrial institutional products, mainly for yung mga bakeries or bake shops, mga like Magnolia, ito yung mga industrial companies na we supply the chocolates.
In bulk po, tama, in bulk.
Yes. Because siyempre, yung nila yung requirement nila of chocolates is large. So we supply them. And then, next please. Ito na yung mga products na sinusupply namin. Not the ice cream, yung mga nasa bowl, yung nasa glass, yung mga nasa plate na yan. Yan yung mga they use in baking, in ice cream, anything that they require chocolates. Next, please. Actually, pare-pareho lang. We also have, what's this, chocolate chips. Yeah, we supply them also. Next, please. Yeah, we have dark chocolate chips, the regular chocolate chips, and meron din kaming white chocolate chips. I think nasa next nasa next na siya.
Sir
Next,
Ed,
please.
this
Yeah,
marketing
sir.
material, it's something that you're responsible for as well. Tama po, this marketing
Yes.
material.
Yes, but I work closely with the brand managers because they're the ones giving me the product brief or the details of the brands or the products. So pag nabigay na nila sa akin yon, so I'll give them the design or anything they require. We also have this syrups for Dunkin' Donuts, yung mga ganon. Next please. Yeah, same thing. Yeah, we have also these block chocolates. Mostly mga bake shops ang mo-order niyan. The regular and the white block chocolates. Kasi yan mga Red Ribbon, mga Goldilocks, yung mga ganon. So sila yung mga market namin naman dyan, mga industrial institutional products. Next. Dito na tayo sa Ito na yung mga studies ko before na I don't remember kung nag-out sa market. Anyway, so I normally give them, the brand manager, I give them 4 options to choose from.
Which we call studies, no, Sir Ed?
What? Sorry?
Which we call studies?
Yes, studies, design studies. So they give the, sometimes din nga I conceptualize also the name of the product.
Okay.
So that parang kasi kami doon sa department, sa marketing department, I work with the brand manager. So parang lang kami, barkada lang ganon. So ang ganda ng working relationships namin. So madali yung mag-come up with designs, with names, etc. So yan yung ilan sa mga and to tell you, ginagawa ko lang to not in computer kasi wala pang computer that time. So this was done in manually. So imagine the letterings of the small fonts. So I used talaga really thin brush. So yeah, so talagang manual ang paggawa nitong mga designs na to. Even the mukhang product na yung actual product, yung illustration ng chocolates, but they're done
by hand.
By hand lang, manually. Next. So I also do stage backdrops. So especially nung nagkaroon kami ng Christmas parties. So kami yung tinatap ng buong company to do the design and actually execute
production also, no? Producing
Yes.
din.
So medyo talagang ano kami, major yung aming role sa company. Especially
Mm.
pag may mga sales conferences, so we do sales backdrops nga, ayan. So I also conceptualize the Maligoyang Pasko. So yan yung mga ano before. So yung nagamit siya itong anong to, itong stage design na to. Next please. Ito sorry. Ano na yun yung stage design na yun, sa computer ko na siya nagawa. may computer na ako that time. Yeah, next please. Ito naman, if you notice, yung logo ng Goya before was in elliptical shape, tama? And nung nagbago yung president ng company, nabago niya yung logo entirely. So yan yung naging itsura ng logo. So from ellipse to a star-like shape. So even the total look, yan na yung total look ng mga products, naging blue, di ba?
Mm.
So parang I don't know anong idea niya at pinabago niya yung logo. Anyway, ganun naman talaga ang design, I mean ang product branding. So it changes, di ba? Ganun naman siya. So next please. So yun yung likod nung pamphlet na yan, pamphlet.
Mm.
That's for the salesmen. So may suggested layout design sa mga groceries or supermarkets. Ayan yung suggested yung nasa middle. Suggested layout or how the product should be arranged. Yung look para pagdaan.
Grocery stores po, tama?
Yes, grocery store,
Mm,
supermarket. So
okay.
pagdaan ng consumers, agad sila, mapapatingin agad na doon pala sa layout, talagang sila mapapatingin na. So may mga details pa about the products, just chart na nakasulat yan.
So even that one po, parang you propose a certain look, kumbaga, a certain
Yes,
arrangement.
yes.
Okay.
Given the
Yes, sir.
requirement ng brand manager.
Brand managers.
Yes.
Okay.
And then next, another poster. Yan, ito naman yung chocolate coins. We come up yung mga heroes printed doon sa chocolate coins. We also came up with mga animals kasi ang market nito are kids. Yeah, so we came up also itong Centennial Pack. We call it Centennial Pack. So mga heroes yung print namin sa individual sa chocolate coins, and it was individual molds pa ang tawag doon, na may mga mukha ng heroes, and hindi biro yung gastos diyan kasi mahal magpagawa ng mold. Yeah. So same din yan yung mga details para sa salesmen. So yan yung binibigay nila sa mga supermarkets.
Okay.
Yeah,
Parang
next.
to inform the supermarkets of the bigger campaign, tama po ba?
Yes. Next please. Another studies of the products na hindi yata ito na i-launch. Anyway, by the way, kung nakikita nyo may Nestle, because
Yeah.
Goya was acquired by Nestle
Okay.
in the 90s, I guess in the 90s. So although we still carry the brand Goya, of course yung Nestle, since sila yung nag-acquire, rin sila. Pinalagay din nila yung logo nila sa Nestle. So yan, nahalo ko na. So rin to, computer na to. Computer generated design. Next please.
Sir Ed, quick question. With the
Okay.
acquisition ba, was there parang a clear direction also with color use? Kasi 'di ba, it came from
Yes.
ma-blue. With the acquisition, ewan ko, I'm just guessing, there's a movement towards warmer colors?
Well, actually they gave us parang book or manual na nandoon yung specific colors code na gagamitin for specific products.
Okay.
Even the fonts, yung mga ganong details. Yeah. So yan. Yeah, are you familiar with racines? Yeah, nilabas namin
Not
yan.
anymore.
Yeah. Kasi yung sa Nestle, I think was Raisinets.
Yes, opo.
Yan.
Raisinets
So,
na.
naglabas kami ng Raisins under
Raisins.
Keen's brand. Of course, ano naman yan ng Nestle din with the, ang tawag doon, approval din ng Nestle. Yeah. So, next please. I also do, ito outside Goya na to. I also do gondola. We call this gondola designs. Gondola. So may nagpagawa sa akin na client which is Ellipse. I don't know if still exists yung Ellipse sa Cologne, ganyan-ganyan. So may nagpagawa ng gondola design. So yan yung nabigay kong design. I think ang nagamit nila yung nasa left.
Sa
Yeah.
left.
Oo.
Okay.
Hinulaan ko lang yung size nun. Medyo malaki pala yan. So medyo slimmer pala yung parang half lang ng gondola yung size pala dapat.
This is
Anyway,
your freelance work na po. Tama po. Because
yes.
after Goya, you went
Yes,
freelance.
yes. So I also do yan yung what's this, parang invitation card for another. Actually this is from Campus Crusade.
Okay.
So one of their activities, so pinagawa ko ng parang invitation or poster. They use for poster. So yan yung mga. I also do ito for Campus Crusade, mga what's this, brochure and pamphlet. I also ako rin yung pinag-isip nila ng ng meaning ng impact. So I came up with
that's
influencers in the marketplace providing active change today. So we hold this convergence conference among leaders. So ayan yung mga ginamit namin sa conference. And coming this November 30, there's another convergence, I think somewhere in Quezon City lang. Yeah. So yan. I also do certificates, design, computer na yan. Because I'm also involved now with what's this? May pumasok. Yeah.
Okay lang po yan.
OAP. What's this? Own a Poem. So this is it's a group of poets. Actually, yung nito, nag-spearhead nito was my English teacher in high school.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so she hired me to do the certificates sa lahat ng mga napipili niyang mga entries. Yeah. Yan. So, yan another sample. By the way, yung mga ginagamit kong backgrounds dyan, I got it na lang from Google. Sometimes I do my own, pero kasi sometimes mabilis dapat yung yung may post agad dun sa group page. So I normally use Google. Doon ako naghahanap ng designs for background lang naman. Then next, yan. Pag naman siya, pag individual certificates naman. Yan.
Is the competition po ba a monthly thing?
Actually, siya may weekly and monthly. Kasi depende sa submission of entries. Wala namang limit kung ilan yung magsasubmit ng entries based doon sa members ng OAP. Yeah. So ako, ang dami ko ring entries, kaya lang recently hindi na ako nakakagawa ng poem So medyo wala na ako. And so ako na lang kakoy nag-design. So ito naman yung last year na namin, anniversary poster I did. And yeah. And then this year.
I'm sorry. Sorry.
Yeah. This year ito naman yon. Ito naman yung aming poster din. To own a poem. So we call it OAP. Yeah. So I write poems then and then na-compile na siya into a book.
Okay.
So book 2 na kami ngayon. So andyan lahat ng compilation of poems of every member na nag-submit. Yeah. So either English or Tagalog. I also do yan yung mga mga parang halimbawa merong may birthday, ginagawa ko sila ng magazine design, magazine instead of regular birthday greeting cards. Ayan, ginagawa ko sila ng ganyan. Yan.
So even in your personal,
Yeah,
parang
personal, yes.
personal communication,
Yes.
your
Para ano, alam mo yun,
design
para
spills
mas
over.
lalong ma-enhance yung ano ideas, yung mga ano, yeah. Next. Ito yung this coming November 30, our high school
Ay!
reunion. Our high
Buti
school
na lang
reunion.
na-invite kita kagad, Sir Ed. Papunta ka pala sa ano,
Yeah, sa
reunion.
Los Baños this November 30 on Wednesday. So ito yung aming poster. Actually every year ako yung gumagawa ng poster namin. And even piniprint ito sa tarp na malaki. So yan yung aming ano. And then I came up with this title, Sama Summer. Kasi swimming siya eh. So get together, Sama Summer sa Pasko. Yeah, so yan yung ano, meron pa ba? Yeah, that ends my ano. Sorry, konti lang siya pero marami pa siya na hindi ko hindi na ako nakakuha ng ilang ano na-compile from other Sagoya. And I also do mga invitation cards, mga weddings or debuts, mga other events, ganon. So aside from that, so I design, I write poems, and I'm host and sing at events as well.
Thank you so much, Sir Ed. I think one of the interesting things that I caught from your sharing is that even if technically you are doing graphic design,
Yes.
parang there are a lot more other things expected from you,
Yes.
no? Brainstorming or giving of names, titles, thinking about the copies, and even the production side.
Yes.
Medyo that's a surprise kasi ako, Sir Ed, comes from the parang account management side. Although I've handled design accounts, I'm really more on liaising between the design team and the client. So medyo,
Excuse me.
I know na for you to also absorb, for the design team to also absorb production, that's
Yes.
another task kasi altogether eh. So, ayun, we saw na even if this is your job description in the real world, especially in the marketplace, so much more is expected from you. No? So Sir Ed, we'll go back to you later with
Yes, sure.
in-depth questions. Right now, we're going to meet naman Miss Mia Apilado. She is the creative mind behind the Instagram account, Mia the Human. And if you browse to, well, she calls herself an illustrator, but browsing through her account, I don't know if it's accurate, but I would say you're a multimedia artist because you're
Yes,
doing digital
correct.
arts, but I also saw watercolor
Yes.
and sketches. And
Yes.
it's actually an interesting site to visit. She has FAQs already, which actually has some of my questions already. So yun guys, if you have time, you can browse through her account. She has their tips for art-related questions, from favorite design apps to managing your creativity or being more creative. So anyway, without further ado, Miss Mia. Thank you so much, Miss Mia.
Hello everyone. Good morning, Miss Anna. Hello, Sir Ed. Good morning, everyone. Let me share my screen lang, Miss Anna.
Sige po.
Can
You
you
can
hear me
already
clearly?
share your screen. You
Okay,
can post.
sige. Here. Okay, so everyone can see my screen. No?
Yes
Okay lang
po.
ba? Okay. So, just a quick introduction. I am Mia. I am actually a 28-year-old creative. Just to share, I am working with Rockwell Land as marketing. So that's from 8 to 5. My schedule is usually 8 to 5. I'm working in a corporate setting. But after 5 o'clock, I do Mia the Human. So Mia the Human is actually my passion project or my creative space. That's my personal work. And then I also work with Canva. I do elements for them. So if you're using Canva, yung mga other elements there, may mga contribution din ko to them. So I've recently also worked with Boysen, so all of the logos provided. So yeah. So in the next slides, I'll be sharing with you some of my works, actually more on personal works in Mia the Human, because it's more I think it's more on the creative side than the corporate setup. But you can also ask later if you have any questions on the corporate working in the corporate company. Okay. So first, I do lettering and illustration. So if you go to my Instagram page, it's more like mga words of encouragement. For this, I use Procreate, so all digital. But sometimes, iba pa rin talaga if you're using traditional, like talagang magdodrawing ka. But yeah, when it comes kasi to digital, mabilis yung, for example, yung facing ng pag-post. So it's better. I use Procreate, Photoshop, and Illustrator for my materials. So these are some of my lettering and illustration works. I also worked with local brands. First is Cool. So I designed their special patterns for their insulated bottles. So I think it was last year. So we released a special collection for them. And then if you're familiar with Always Be Creating, it's a creative space by ABC. So I was a content contributor doon sa kanyang Instagram page. So every week we have a different theme. If there are special occasions, so we do illustrations for that special event. And then mga tips actually for the creatives. Next, I also did patterns for Paragon Pieces. So this is a local brand as well. So they sell pieces. So basically, pag mga ganitong clients na nagre-request for your pattern, so they really trust your more on the creative decisions. Kaya if you can see, parang pare-parehas yung, I mean, yung team lahat because parang mas nagta-trust sila with your creative executions. Next, another part of my personal work is the human cards. Actually, I sold cards last year and this year. So basically kasi it was the pandemic. Actually, Mia the Human was created during the pandemic lang, but it was 6 years in the making. Because as a creative, there are times na meron kang self-doubt, parang there are so many artists in the industry, there are so many designers, but is it worth it na gumawa? Parang paano tayo magiging iba from them? So I had that feeling since college, and ever since, sabi ko, this pandemic, I'll try to make time. I'll try to find that parang that thing na kailangan simulan yung creative space. Kasi if you have your own creative space, the more you create your own art, parang mas nagiging intentional yung mga ginagawa mong art. So it's not just, you're just doing art. Parang, sige, drawing lang ako layout. But if you have more intentions para gumawa ng art, it's more actually mas valuable siya sa'yo as an artist. Well, that's for me. So, during the pandemic, for sure, a lot of people had their anxieties during the lockdown, the quarantine, and everything. So I created lang parang a feel-good product. One of them is the human card. So actually, when you flip it, parang meron siyang special message for you. So these are the illustrations I made for that. So isa sa pinakamagandang parang feedback na nakuha ko was parang they're not expecting to get any messages during that time kasi parang lahat na bang problema about COVID and everything. And then they saw these cards. And then, yun, parang napasaya sila in such a way na hindi lang ako nag-illustrate, but it's more on intentional na talaga siya. May meaning na yung art na pinaproduce. I also did sunrise sets. These are stickers, cards, special activities online. So yeah, here's a sample ng human card. Yeah. So I also had clients. So this one is from Seabuds La Union. So they asked me to create doodles naman. So when it comes to doodles kasi, I make sure na may connection yung products sa i-illustrate. Well, yun naman talaga dapat. So, pagdating sa mga ganito, I do research. For example, for the products of the golden milk. So, I have to really research each ingredient and then yun yung i-illustrate natin. And then for others, another local brand, it's Wellsmith. So, they also sell organic items. Okay. So aside from that, I also tapped in the Bacolod market. I had friends who had businesses in Bacolod. So the first one is Fresh Start Organic. So I made illustrations for them. This actually was translated into GIFs and stickers. That time kasi, they're looking for something they can give to the clients whenever they buy, for example, mga vegetables, yung sa special restaurant nila. So gumawa kami ng set na which supports organic farmers. So nag-illustrate ako for them. Okay. Then I also had works with there. I worked with, if you're familiar with the SM Aura Sky Park. So recently, I think nandun pa din siya till now. So I created illustrations for them and then pinaint ng painters ni Boysen for SM Aura. So until now, nandun siya. So if you'll pass by sa taas, yan. Daan kayo doon, nakikita niyo illustration. So there. And then this was also featured in some of the website. So it's more on sharing positivity talaga for me, the human, because the more you get good feedback kasi, the more you're inspired to continue what you're doing. It's not really that parang validation talaga, but yeah, it's more on the intentional art. So more of my local collaborations. I also designed a pegboard for Dreams for Breakfast. So more on illustrations, and then we produce it. For study label, we created a candle label. For yoga, Natura Yoga. Actually, this was one of my favorite projects because I was using kasi talaga their products. But they approached me to create multiple designs for their yoga mats. So, lahat ng designs, digital din talaga siya. So, mas madali nilang na re-reproduce. And there, meron din ako with frames.ph. So, also recently, I designed a contest in Singapore. So, it's a pattern contest actually. So, we won. So, we won second place for that. Actually, it's being sold to, if I'm not mistaken, it's in La Union in Siargao, but you can also buy it you can buy it online. So this is our design for that specific competition. So actually, that's it. Actually, I have a slide, Miss Anna, about brand tips, but we can do it na lang siguro later during the Q&A. Yeah. So there, that's my quick slides lang for this, Marley.
Thank you so much, Miss Mia. So, class, I hope that you saw, even if si Miss Mia is also from in-house design sa Rockwell, we're going to focus on the Mia, the human side, para we can get perspectives from, yun nga, yung client service side or service side, and then in-house design. So, I hope that you saw a little bit the difference, because there's a great difference, no, between the two types of design work. So maybe I'll start the Q&A there, Miss Mia and Sir Ed, no? Also because these students, they're going to be pitching their promotional campaign. And of course, this design would be a big part of their outputs. So in terms of coming up with visual materials for clients, what's a tip or two that you can give when it comes to capturing what clients want? Kasi that's the goal, di ba? When you pitch an idea, si Sir Ed nga would have 4 studies when it comes to packaging design. What's a tip or two that you swear by?
For me, Miss Anna, always ask because your parang the brief should be clear. Kasi
Mhm.
from that, you parang as an artist, you'll translate it to the material they need. So, you'll provide that convenience for them, but huwag kayo mahihiya magtanong kasi the more kasi na during the process, dun kayo magkakaroon ng miscommunication, mas
Yes.
magulo yung magiging workflow niyo. So, yeah, don't be afraid to ask si client or yeah.
Do follow-up questions, no?
Yes, correct.
Clarifications.
Correct, correct.
For
Yeah,
you, Sir Ed.
I agree with Mia, no? So talagang wag mahiyang magtanong kasi may right met. Hindi, joke. Ano, talagang ano lang, keep asking questions hanggang hindi klaro sa'yo. Hanggang hindi klaro sa'yo yung concept. So, and then, pag medyo may nag-gets mo na yung gusto nila, then iklaro mo pa rin sa kanila, even verbally muna. O ito ba yung what I understood from our conversation, ito ba yung gusto niyo mangyari? Or something like that. So, para alam mo yun, two-way yung talaga yung yung communication, and then mas maiintindihan ng bawat isa, yung especially the client or the client, yung gusto talaga nilang mangyari. But sometimes it happened in Goya with working with our managers. Sometimes hindi nila alam gusto nila. Kaya sabi ko, no. Paano yun? So parang gagawa na lang ako my own based on my own concept, and then I present it to them. O ito ba yung so pag present ko na, at least may idea na sila. Tapos meron lang silang ipapa-revise or something. So medyo medyo mapapadali na yung trabaho. Kaya lang minsan pag ganun talagang talagang challenging. Yan, part of talaga yun. So parang keep on asking, keep on researching actually, and keep on communicating with the client.
And then I heard this term a while ago. So if the client is unsure, no, trust also your creative decision.
Yes.
Okay. Well, there. Let's talk about creative decision. Kasi si Miss Mia din raised, I think, a familiar point na designers can have your self-doubts, especially younger ones just entering the scene, no, because there are more established designers. How does one find the, I don't know, his style when it comes to designing? How does one develop? Or how does one just keep the creative juices flowing? Lalo na with a project that has a deadline. You have tips po for that?
Miss Mia, I think you can go first.
Actually, for that, when it comes to parang looking for that specific art style, hindi siya agad-agad makikita.
Yes.
That's for sure. Hindi siya overnight, hindi siya over a month. It took me years to finally parang grasp my own design style. But I think masasuggest ko for that is do your research actually. As simple as doing a Pinterest board. From there kasi makikita mo na ano ba yung mga gusto mong nakikita, ano yung parang pag nakikita mo yung specific image na to, mas nafe-feel mo yung creativity mo. aside from that, medyo, I'm not sure if it's corny pakinggan, but always do the things that parang makes you happy. Pero that really works. Kasi, well, once you're happy, kasi the creativity is different. And then, hindi lang siya parang dapat art, as in magdodrawing ka lang all the time. Parang if you find excitement through, paano ba, walking somewhere na may nature, if you find inspiration in visiting museums, yung mga ganong type of stuff na hindi lang siya dahil magdodrawing ka lang, magsisurf ka na sa internet, let's say. Actually, yung creativity, mas nakikita siya when you're outside. So the more inspiration you have, the more inputs you can lead, the more outputs you can share with others. So yeah.
Yes. I agree. I agree na naman, syempre. And I noticed lang dun sa dun sa presentation ni Miss Mia, how would I say that? Simple and yet elegant. Simple siya and
Thank you,
yet
Sir Ed.
elegant. And lumilitaw yung pagka-feminine niya. Ayun.
Ah,
So,
I agree.
more on pastels, no? More on pastels.
Yes, sir. Apa.
Yun. So, ang ganda sa mata, ang sarap tingnan sa mata. And talagang, kung ako yung client, go na yan. Go na yan. Wala nang revise yan. Wala nang yan. Go na yan.
Wala nang edits, final
Approved
approved.
na.
Approve agad yan. Parang, kumbaga sa The Voice, ano na yan? For chair turner na yan. Anyway, so ako naman, I get my inspiration then sa, tama rin si Mia, no, na to continuously researching. And kasi ang naman, being creative naman is hindi naman yan lilimit eh. So think outside the box, sinasabi nga, di ba? Sabi nga, think outside the box. And tingin-tingin ka rin sa mga other artists or designers. Tingnan mo rin yung kanilang mga artworks. Ang dami sa Google or even sa YouTube. I enjoy watching sa YouTube yung mga short tutorial or short tutorial on painting.
Yes.
Diba? Ang dami sa YouTube niyan. So hindi lang because you makakakuha kasi ng idea, especially mga mga blending of colors. So magandang rin 'yon, magandang way din to yung creative juices mo talagang lalong ma-enhance pa. And ito, I don't know lang kung magigets nyo kasi sometimes I also get my inspiration kumakanta ako. So minsan pag nakakarinig ako ng music or even yun nga pag when I sing, talagang bigla na lang mayroong lalabas na idea na ganito yung nabivisualize ko na yung concept ng design. I don't know na kung mag-gets yun. Kasi medyo lang yun eh. Siguro I don't know kung kung effective ba yun sa iba. Because to me, it's effective. So yung mga ganong klaseng concept.
I guess exposure to other art forms can
Yeah,
trigger.
yun nga. So talaga
Sir?
titingnan mo rin yung mga works ng iba. So yung habang nagpe-present kasi Mia, sabi ko, uy, galing nito, ang ganda ng concept niya. Pang iisa lang yung kanyang, not iisa, yung merong pattern, yung kanyang designs.
Parang similar yung feels, no, sir?
Yes,
Even
yes.
if it's the
Different,
mural, the
Yes.
cards. Okay, this next question, Sir Ed, is for you.
Okay.
Can you give us an overview of how just a quick overview of how design projects go? Kasi you said na medyo barkada kayo ng brand managers, but do you still go through the whole process of being presented a brief? And then what happens between that and then getting an approval for the design and then production?
Yeah. Kasi iba na ngayon no? Medyo high-tech na ngayon. So But still, ganun pa rin yung process. Since in-house ako that time, mas madali yung ano namin, mas madali yung communication.
Opo.
So unang-una, nagme-meeting muna. Nagme-meeting muna sila, I mean the brand managers,
Mhm.
and then the brand manager will meet me or meet our group, my group. Kasi I have four people under me, so imi-meet niya kami. Then i-brief niya kami, ito yung ilo-launch niyang product, specific product. And then ito yung gusto niyang mangyari. So bibigyan kami ng details, black and una verbal, and then i-black and white niya. So yung details na yon, doon kami kuha ng concept. Doon kami mag-work. Doon namin i-work yung design. So pag ano na, kasi sometimes during the meeting, malabas na yung ideas eh.
Mm.
Kumbaga nadi-design mo na siya yung look. Nandiyan na nakikita mo na yung look ng ano while in the meeting. So parang mas maganda siya kapag na ano na talaga na napag-usapan na in details, and then yan na. Mag-start na ako mag sketch manually muna, and then ano ko na siya sa computer. So yung like ito yung gusto niyang font. Ito, I mean, ito muna yung kanyang market. Ito yung market niya. Halimbawa, kids. Market niya, kids. Yeah. So ito yung gusto niyang font, ito yung gusto niyang colors, ito yung gusto niyang look, total look. Ito yung gusto niyang, yung mga ganong details. So talagang, in other words, parang sila na ngayon nagsusupply sa amin or sa akin ng ng design. I-execute ko na lang. So medyo madali, but sometimes challenging kasi syempre hindi naman approve agad eh. So mga ilang ano pa yan, ilang
Back and forth,
revisions, yes, ilang revisions. So medyo sasabihin niya, medyo lagyan mo ng ganito yung font, lagyan mo ng outline, lagyan mo ng marami pang details silang makikita hanggang hanggang magustuhan na. Kasi sometimes pag halimbawa nasa akin pa yung yung ako pa rin yung nagdi-design, sabi ko nga hangga't hindi ako na-satisfy sa ginawa ko, ako mismo ang nag-e-edit, ako mismo ang nagre-revise. And then kapag tingin ko okay na sa akin, saka ko siya ipe-present sa sa brand manager. So ganun yung normal process namin noon sa Goya.
Okay, thank you so much, Sir Ed. We'd like to compare that with yung service side, Miss Mia, because I know parang hindi, when you're a service provider, hindi pwede yung endless back and forth, di ba?
Ay,
Sometimes it's on the
Yes.
contract na you're just allowed this number of revisions. While it
Revision.
gives us protection, it's also challenging kasi you're pressured to keep the back and forth minimal.
Yes,
So
yes, yes.
can you provide us a clearer overview pag client service side?
Service side. Actually, I agree with Sir Ed. When I'll quick share lang. Pagdating sa corporate side, ganun din yung same with Sir Ed with Rockwell Land. So may mga sobrang daming revisions actually back and forth. Sometimes pa-release na yung material and then may revisions. So you need talaga the patience and parang understanding talaga na there's a reason naman why kailangan ng revisions. So once naman ma-out siya and then it's an effective marketing material or creative material, rewarding naman siya. But when it comes to a service, for example, for me, the human, I always communicate with my client na, for example, nakapag usap na kami about ano ba yung gusto niyang product, na ano ba gusto niyang designs and the products. And then I clearly tell them talaga na, ito lang tayo, ito yung revisions natin. But for example, let's say 2 revisions. Hanggang 2 minimal revisions lang tayo. But if you'd like to do more revisions, parang another set of, parang usapan na siya ulit. So you'll ask your client for additional fees for that. But sometimes naman, since they approach you for a certain project, parang minsan lang siya mangyari. I also adjust to their needs. Kasi sometimes, minsan syempre, as an artist, hindi naman agad perfect yung magagawa mo. So, parang learning na rin yun sa'yo for your next clients. But I keep it lang na 2 minimal revisions, and then iko-communicate ko ulit with them if kapag kailangan pa nila ng more revisions or kailangan mag-restart ng work. May another naman kami meeting about that. So yun, Miss Anna, more on siya, depende kasi talaga siya. But yeah.
Pero both sides, they're heavily reliant on close communication talaga.
Yes.
No, with the client, whether it's in-house, whether it's
Correct.
you're coming from a third party
Mm-mm.
perspective as you work
Mm-mm.
on your creative
Mm-mm.
works, no, your designs. Well, it's 9:30-ish in my time, so
Can
I
I
think
add?
this is my.
Can I
Sige,
add
Sir
lang?
Ed, go
Ano
ahead.
lang, kasi, I don't know kay Mia, no? Kasi as an artist, you're moody.
Yes, sir.
We're
Correct.
moody. Not all the
100%.
time, all the time, we can give agad-agad. We can give
Yes.
output.
Correct.
So, yun,
100%.
yeah.
Nako, from the account management side, I will say na sometimes kasi I'm in the middle of the client and the artist, di ba? And then you have a member na has moods nga. Sometimes I have a deadline, I have a deliverable. Sometimes I go as far as buy the favorite donut of the artist just to just to
Like
Yes.
bribe.
yes. So I
Correct.
totally get that. I totally get that, Sir Ed. Anyway, for our second to the last question po, you've mentioned how important it is to listen kasi to the client, right? When it comes to the coming up with design. But the things that they're going to come up with later on at the end of this course, those are promotional materials rather than just design works. How can they balance? Because they would also be targeting capturing the audience with the design or with a visual product. What's a tip for that? What's your quick dirty tip for making sure that they're giving what the client wants, but at the same time it's going to be catchy to their audience? What's a design tip to capture attention or be catchy or inspire action towards their message?
Sometimes depende yan sa sa market. I mean, kanino mo ba siya gusto i-present? Exactly, like in our case, halimbawa, most of our market naman namin is our kids. Diba? So, we kailangan bright colors, tapos may mga fancy fonts.
Whimsical.
Yes, something like that. And then yung talaga maa-attract ang kids. Kapag pinagtabi-tabi mo, kasi sa dami ng competitors lalo na sa chocolates, sa dami ng competitors, ano ba yung pupulutin ng bata sa shelves na sa supermarket? Ano ba yung pupulutin ng bata or ng nanay? Pero mostly bata gusto nila, gusto ko to, pupulutin niya agad. So you can put characters like in the case of knickknacks, we put the clown, so something like that. So yung mga ganong details.
So know rin the audience for that
Yes.
material, no?
The market, yeah.
Miss Mia, would you like to add to that?
Yeah, sure. For me, aside from what Sir Ed shared, it's not parang a poster, a promotional poster.
It would vary. Some of them, their outputs would be more for a social media campaign, Facebook campaign. So electronic flyer-ish materials, content, Facebook content.
Okay.
But for some, it will be parang multimedia because of the client. They're not totally on Facebook. So a visual material that can be uploaded in the website, that's another option. So it would differ.
Okay. Siguro suggestion ko, aside from what Sir Ed shared earlier, use the right color, use the right fonts, keep it minimal, keep it striking. Since, for example, let's say for social media, maikli lang yung attention span ng mga nag-Facebook, scroll na yan agad. So you have to make sure that your material is good for like a 3-second attention.
Yes.
Kasi marami ng online materials talaga na, as in, lahat tayo parang naglalabanan na tayo when it comes to
For
attention,
attention.
diba?
Mm.
First is the color. Make sure that it matches kung ano yung messaging or ano yung product, specific product. Baka you're selling, let's say, organic organic products, but you're using color green. So, medyo hindi siya ganun ka-match. So, make sure lang na you match the palettes, the fonts. I'm not sure if you've seen the meme na parang iba yung font na ginamit. So, may character kasi per font. So, make sure that it matches your layout.
Mm.
Keep it simple. Use minimal copies as much as possible.
Yes, I
Because, yeah. Kasi others naman, when they see the title, subtitle, say next, ganyan. So, you have to get their attention for parang with the 3 to 5 seconds. So, there. Be concise, be specific. Kasi yun, pag na layout mo na siya ng maayos for the fonts, the colors, and everything, it actually works naman. Okay. That's my dirty tips.
Quick
Also,
turn.
Those are my
I
things.
just like to add lang din. Since I'm working with confectionery or chocolates, halimbawa nabigay na yung product brief, yung details, I do an extra mile. How? By going to supermarkets
Yes.
and then look for the competitors. Talaga tinitingnan ko sila isa-isa, and then I get sometimes ano ba to? Parang ganyan, ba't ganito yung ganyan? Yung parang meron kang something like parang sabihin na natin pintas. But yun nga, makakakuha ng idea. Yeah. So talagang do the extra mile.
Mm.
Yes.
Do the extra mile.
Research na, sir.
Research,
yung
yes,
industry,
research.
competition
Yes.
existing,
Yes.
the
Parang it doesn't
food
stop.
landscape.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
At this point, we will pause a little bit with a Q&A because I'd like to capture this this big class because later on some would be running to a face-to-face session po eh. So they're allowed to log out like 5 minutes, 10 minutes before the time. So just to get a big class picture, may I invite everyone at this point or those who are able to turn on their cam, and we'll just have a quick picture taking with our guests. Can we turn on our cams? Ayan. How about the rest? Okay, our assigned photographer this morning is Isa. Isa, are you ready? Yes, you're there. Ayan, let's just wait for the rest to turn on their camera. Are we waiting for the others? Lucille? Gwen? Ree? Naya? Ano, this Bea pala. How about si Steen? Gusto niyo pa talaga tinatawag isa-isa? No, just kidding.
Ano daw? Shout out daw kasi. Shout out.
Shout out to Steen Baryon. Steen, I know you can turn on your cam sometimes. Steen, come, no, just kidding. Okay, maybe they're not ready to turn on their cam. I think this is okay, Isa. Just give us the cue. Thank you so much, Isa. Okay. Let me ask the class, do you have questions for Miss Mia, Sir Ed, or both? Sir Jason?
Yeah, hi. Good morning, Sir Ed, Miss Mia. I feel validated dun sa sinabi mo kanina na you're the one who's also doing the ideation, yung sa mga sa copy. Kasi I always thought the graphic designers only do graphic design. And parang ako ginagawa ko yan dito sa org ko and some of my previous work. For someone kasi na I haven't graduated, so I never studied graphic design sa UP. I'm taking up sociology right now, so I feel validated doon sa sinabi niyo. I just want to ask Miss Mia kung if that's being done also with your corporate work.
Mm. Actually, yes. Aminado ko na I'm not really a good writer. But when I joined Rockwell, parang naging practice yung pag-create ng copies. Actually, kung if you really have the patience to parang study kung paano nagko-communicate yung brand, mas easier ka makakapag-design. Kasi parang pag binigay sa'yo yung brief, alam mo na kung ano yung nakasulat, tapos ikaw na rin yung gagawa, which is easier for parang as an artist. But yes, if you do write your own copies, plus points talaga siya. Kasi mas, parang voice mo talaga yung nandun sa material.
Thank you for that. Also, comment ko lang, nakita ko kasi yung transition from Sir Ed's, yung style niya from the 80s to 90s. Tapos nag-transition kay Miss Mia na parang nauuso ngayon yung style mo eh. So marami rin ako nakikita ng ganyan na na style. Kasi for one thing, siguro dahil madali na rin ang technology ngayon, everyone can do it. So, I suppose marami kayong problema rin with the printers. Kasi with Sir Ed, yung Pantone, parang hindi pa naman dati nauso yan. Ngayon, grabe yung Adobe is actually going to charge you for using Pantone color soon. I don't know if you know that. So baka magkaroon tayo ng problema sa ganyan. Anyway, I think Sir Ed probably wrote the book about printing eh. So parang kayo yung pioneers ng ganyan. And I think Miss Mia is parang tayo yung nakikinabang ngayon sa fruits of their labors. So ang dami ko pa siguro gusto tanong, hindi ko lang ano ngayon ma-frame with the limited time, pero I just want to comment that.
I agree with Jason, no, with Sir Jason and that's why I had it that way for Sir Ed to share first before Miss Mia, no, because I think I want the students to be reminded that the technology available these days, Canva, all those platforms, even for video production, those were not available in the past, even during my time. We were more PSD, the use of PSD when it comes to the working files. So I hope you appreciate, and I hope that you also caught na certain disciplines remain the same, even if you have these things available to you these days.
True.
Maybe one last question from a student. Anybody else would like to ask ba? Oh, sorry, Sir Jason, you have a follow-up thought?
Wala lang ma'am. Okay na pa.
Do you have another question?
Wag lang math, ha?
Ay, lahat tayo mahina sa
Sir
math.
Ed, yes, Sir Ed. Wag lang po math.
So far I'm good. Siguro sa ibang session siguro sana may part 2.
Oo nga.
Why not?
Oo nga. We'll
Yeah,
work on that.
sure.
Sige, we will work on that. So no questions from section B? You sure? Don't be shy. Wala daw sabi ni Tel. I guess maybe a parting word, a parting encouragement for those thinking of pursuing a similar career, or for those already doing a side hustle, designing, and for everyone, because they're doing promotional materials that would entail design. What would be your parting advice, parting encouragement?
Yeah. You can go first.
Parang dito ako mas na-challenge.
Actually, kaya nga kita pinauna.
Siguro as a creative na lang, parang never lose your patience. Kasi may times talaga as an artist, yun, as Sir Ed mentioned earlier, moody yung mga creatives. There are times na for sure maraming creative blocks na dadaan. So you just have to parang hanapin yung drive to continue what you're doing. For sure naman, you enter the creative industry because you like art in general. So, yun, parang marami talagang challenges when it comes, for example, kung magkakaroon na ng work, magkakaroon ka na ng actual clients, marami talagang like concerns, maraming revisions, but you really have to be patient. Hindi rin siya napapractice agad. Over time, parang mamamaster mo din yan. Pero as long as you have that patience, as long as you have that drive, you'll do good naman in the industry. So you just have to, do your research. Yan. There.
Thank you so much, Miss Mia.
Thank you.
Sir Ed?
Yes, ako naman, if this is your passion, go for it, and then excel. Yun lang. Ganun lang kaingse.
Kasi sabi nyo nga po, 'di ba, na when we pursue talaga something we
Yes.
want, excellence and achievement would at some point eventually follow. Ano po?
Yes.
So, once again, thank you so much, Miss Mia. Thank you so much,
Thank
Sir
you.
Ed, for your time,
Thank you.
for your experiences. Let me just share something. Hold on. Okay. Hold on. I'm having my own technical difficulty. Okay. Ayan. So, at this point, we would like to
Oh.
present the certificate of appreciation first
Wow, thank
for
you.
Sir Ed. Let me just read po what it says. The certificate of appreciation is awarded to Mr. Eduardo Angeles in recognition of the time, effort, and insights that he has given to Section B of Comma 105, Principles of PR and Advertising as a resource speaker during this first semester of academic year 22-23. Given
Wow.
on the 25th of November 2022. Maraming salamat po.
Ipapaprame na naman ako. Thank you.
And we have the same certificate, Miss Mia. Thank you so much. We recognize your time, your effort, your insights. Those has been very helpful. They're going to be very helpful, especially in the final output. So thank you so much. At this point, let me pin. Hold on. Let's go back. Isa, can we have a picture taken with Sir Ed with the certificate? Hold on. Okay. I wasn't able to. Anyway, sige. Sir Ed naman is on top. Can you see Sir Ed on top of the
Yes.
list? Ayan, sige. Let's have our picture taken, Isa. Let me know if it's done.
1, 2, 3. Okay na po.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Okay, right now let me put. I'm really not a techie person. So, remove pin. Ayan, let me put Miss Mia on top. And let's have another picture taken.
Okay po. 1, 2, smile. Isa pa po. 1, 2, 3. Okay na po.
Thank you so much po again. Miss Mia, Sir Ed, I will be emailing you po yung certificates.
Yes, thank you.
And then I already have Sir Ed's address. Miss Mia, I'd like to get yours also so we can send a little something lang to
Oh,
Thank you.
Thank
Sige.
you.
on.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
As early as now, I'd like to open the idea of us doing this again. Because one period is really not enough to
Yeah.
things. But we appreciate your time, we appreciate your presence this morning. So anyway, that ends our session for today. I might be called on to the principal's office if I extend. So thank you po again, and let's keep in touch. Oh no, before we leave, do you have anything you'd like to promote to the class? Let me give you the floor for Miss Mia to promote the Instagram, to Mia the Human, and Sir Ed
Yes,
have upcoming projects later.
Sure. If you'd like to parang look at the space with so much positivity, you can visit my Instagram. So that's Mia the Human with 3 O's. So there, you can visit, you can send a message if you have any questions. So there, we'll keep in touch just in case you message me. Yeah. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much, Sir Ed. Do you have projects, anything you'd like to promote?
Actually, I don't have any project or concert coming. Wala, wala. Wala akong ano. Just ano lang, yun nga, yung ano ko kanina, just kung passion nyo talaga yan, ituloy nyo lang yan. Ituloy nyo lang yan. Kasi, I forget pala to may experience ako before do sa sa first job ko. May isa akong kasamahan doon na discourage ako na bakit artist o bakit fine arts rather ang kinuha mong course and naging artist ka, walang pera diyan. Alam mo yun, parang binuhusan ng malamig na tubig. Pero ang sinagot ko sa kanya, ganito, this is my passion and this gift and skill and talent was given to me by God and I'd like to use it. You know, wala na siyang nasagot. So
That
same
makes a lot
thing with
of
same thing with you all. Ganun lang din na hindi lang to pera. Pero siyempre okay pa rin.
Okay kung may pera din.
Yeah, oo. Yeah.
Thank you
Okay.
so much
Thank
po.
you.
So, class, ayun, remember, don't be apologetic about pursuing
Yes.
your passion, about pursuing what you want. And in doing something for a client, keep communicating closely with the client to capture what they want. Listen also, know also your audience. And for sure, designs and materials would be effective, not just like what they said. So thank you so much. Again, Sir Ed, Miss Mia, thank you so much.
Thank you,
And
everyone.
thank you for Sir Ed and his generation of artists. Remember, we are standing on the shoulder of giants. Those people who had to do designs by hand, diba? Manually. Thank you po so much.
Oo nga, ang swerte nyo ngayon, hindi na kayo magma-manual design eh. Puro
Totoo,
computer
and
na eh.
there's Canva and so many
Yeah.
apps. Ayun. And thank you so much, Section B, for being here. Okay, I know you could have sent an excuse or something to be excused from class. Thank you so much. We'll see each other next week. Is a holiday, but we'll see each other in Google Classroom, okay? So thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
I'll be ending the Zoom now. Thank you so
Yeah.
much.
Thank
Bye-bye
you.
po.
God bless everyone. God bless.